In this video, you're going to learn all about weight gain and antidepressants. We're going to cover the 8 reasons why antidepressants cause weight gain, followed by the average weight gain for different antidepressants, from the tricyclic to the SSRIs and so on. And we're actually going to cover antidepressants that don't cause weight gain, including one antidepressant that actually causes weight loss so effectively, it's used as a weight loss aid, in fact. And if you did gain weight on antidepressants, or if you're going to go on antidepressants, what strategies can you use to avoid weight gain while using them? Before we jump in, who am I? My name is Igor. I am the author of the book, The Mental Health Prescription. As well, I've been a personal trainer since 2006, and I've been training other personal trainers in my methodology since 2013 by speaking at the world's largest personal training conferences. As well, I've delivered over 400 wellness presentations to some of Canada's biggest companies, including IBM, Bosch, American Express, University of Toronto, Investors Group, and others. If you want to learn when I publish more videos about mental health, exercise, and nutrition, click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, before we jump in, a disclaimer, I am not a pharmacist. I am a personal trainer who gets a lot of clients to come to him for help with mental health. So I'm not allowed to say, get on this medication or get off this medication. All I can help people do is manage their weight while they're on medications. Okay, so that's my disclaimer. Now, let's jump in. What are the 8 different reasons why antidepressants cause weight gain? There are 8 of them. First of all, some of them increase your appetite. So you're going to eat more. And you're not exactly going to eat more salad. You're not going to eat more fruits. You're going to eat more delicious things, sweet things like donuts, like pizza, like cake. You're going to get more carbohydrate cravings. Another reason that it can cause weight gain is it increases thirst. But wait, water, tea, coffee doesn't really cause weight gain. So you're not exactly craving the healthy drinks. One of the side effects is actually a dry mouth. So you're actually looking for drinks that coat the mouth. You're going to look for fattier stuff. You're going to go for the frappuccinos, the cappuccinos, the high calorie, delicious, creamy drinks because they linger on your tongue longer than water. Another possible reason is that it's not fat gain, but it's water weight. It's fluid retention. Another possible reason for weight gain on antidepressants is the inhibition of the thyroid gland. The thyroid is a master hormone regulator, and it's largely responsible for your metabolism. So if an antidepressant brings down your body temperature, it's also going to bring down your metabolism. And another possible reason is you're tired, you're sluggish. A lot of the SSRIs, especially, they kind of dull your mood. And so you're more sluggish, so you move around less. And last possible reason is that you were underweight to begin with, and the antidepressants helped you gain enough of an appetite to get up to your normal weight, what you should be, in fact. And so what are the average weight gains for different antidepressants? Well, tricyclic antidepressants, which are not used as much anymore, which are older antidepressants, here is a study that looks at the weight gain for different tricyclic antidepressants. The average is between a 3 and a 60-pound gain, depending on the dose, duration, and drug. Some examples of tricyclic antidepressants are things like amitriptyline, aboxetine, and protriptyline. Again, they're still used, but not nearly as much as the newer SSRIs, or selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. And so how much do these guys make you gain weight? Well, here's a study titled Comparison of Weight Changes in Patients Treated with Different Antidepressants. And the average weight gain for SSRIs is a little bit better than for tricyclic antidepressants. It's about 4 to 10 pounds, again, depending on the dose, duration, and drug. That means that not every SSRI makes you gain weight, and some SSRIs make you gain more than 10 pounds. And what's the biggest offender? Paxil, that's the brand name, or paroxetine, which is the generic name, that's the biggest offender. And this came from a study titled Body Weight Gain and Anticonvulsants, a comparative review. And the results were that the average user of Paxil or paroxetine gains about 7% of their body weight over a 12-month period. We don't know what happens beyond 12 months. Do you stay there? Do you gain even more? And again, 7% is the average, which means that half the people using Paxil will gain more than 7%. And so that's by far the biggest offender. But don't fret, because there are other SSRIs and they don't all cause the same weight gain. 3 of the most popular SSRIs are Prozac, Zoloft, and Paxil. And how do they compare to each other? It does get a bit confusing because every drug has a brand name and a generic name. So the studies are based on generic names. So fluoxetine, which is Prozac, versus sertraline, which is Zoloft, and paroxetine, which is Paxil, in major depressive disorder, changes in weight with long-term treatment. Here are the results. The average weight gain for Zoloft or fluoxetine over a 6 to a 7.5 month period is only about 1%. So it doesn't make you gain very much weight. However, 5% of people who use Zoloft gain more than 7%. Okay. Again, 1% is just an average, which means a small segment will gain a lot more than 1%. Now, moving on, what about Prozac? Well, with Prozac, the average weight gain is actually a small weight loss of 0.2%. It's so negligible, it's not even noticeable on the scale. However, 7% of users gain more than 7% of their body weight. Furthermore, here's Cipralex. And here's a study titled Changes in Body Weight During Pharmacological Treatment of Depression. The results were that the average user gains 0.7% of their body weight, which again is not really noticeable. If you weighed 150 pounds to begin with, you will have gained only about like 1.1, 1.2 pounds. Again, this is within the realm of daily variation. However, 13.3% of people of users who use Cipralex gain more than 4.4 pounds or 2 kilos. But also 7.6% of people lose more than 4.4 pounds or 2 kilos. So it does vary by drug, by dose, by duration, and by person. Now, there are also some antidepressants that don't cause weight gain. One of those is Effexor. Here's a study titled Managing Weight Gain as a Side Effect of Antidepressant Therapy. And what they found is that Effexor does not cause weight gain. How awesome. Now, there's even one drug that causes weight loss, so effectively, in fact, that it's used as a weight loss aid, even with people who don't have depression. And it's called Bupropion, or brand name is Wellbutrin. And so Bupropion SR enhances weight loss, a 48-week double-blind placebo-controlled trial. And they found that users of Bupropion lose 7.2% of their body weight over a 48-week period. How much is that in pounds? Well, if a person was 150 pounds to begin with, they will have lost probably about 11.5, 12 pounds without any real changes, any deliberate or conscious changes to their nutrition or exercise. Pretty cool. Now, here's how that study went. Group number 1 received a placebo. They didn't know what they were getting. Group number 2 received 300 milligrams of bupropion, and group number 3 received 400 milligrams of bupropion. The results were this. The placebo group lost 5% of their body weight. So even without anything, they experienced changes. The 300 milligram group lost more than 7% of their body weight, and the 400 milligram group lost 10.10% of their body weight. And so the difference between placebo and the 400 milligram group is a 5.1% loss in body weight, which is pretty cool. Now, how can you avoid weight gain on antidepressants? Either you're already on antidepressants and you've gained weight, or you're going to get on antidepressants and you're afraid of weight gain. What can you do to mitigate that? Well, first of all, address the drug-induced nutrient depletions. What is that? Well, most medications have some kind of nutrient they deplete, whether that's vitamin D or melatonin or magnesium or something else. Very often the side effects happen due to nutrient depletions. What are the different nutrient depletions for different medications? For that, you'll have to go and speak to a pharmacist who's well-versed in this stuff. The second thing you can do to avoid weight gain on antidepressants is optimize your body chemistry otherwise. Just get your blood work done, get a physical, especially test for thyroid, vitamin B12, iron, and blood sugar. Why these 4 specifically? Because imbalances in any one of these or depletions in any one of these can look like depression, but really it's a symptom of a slow thyroid or B12 deficiency or low blood sugar or low iron. So make sure that these are up to par and that your depression is true depression and not hypothyroidism misdiagnosed as depression. So get all of these tested. The next thing to address is stress management, and there are many other videos about stress management, so I won't dive into that here. Also, sleep improvement, and sometimes I realize it's easier said than done. You're having a hard time falling asleep, so you're on antidepressants. And sometimes one of the side effects of antidepressants is poor sleep. But there are, again, other videos about how to optimize sleep. And if you want me to publish videos about stress management and sleep improvement, comment below. And if there's enough comments, I'll do that. And of course, managing your nutrition. If you're wondering how to manage my nutrition, I've recorded an entire video on that in a playlist about nutrition for obesity. Whether you're obese or you're not obese, you're just a few extra pounds you'd like to lose. This playlist contains how to address emotional eating, stress eating, how many calories you should eat, etc. And of course, let's not neglect exercise. If you liked this video about how to avoid weight gain on antidepressants and you want to know how to exercise for depression, I have an entire video about that on your screen right now, as well as in the description below. So either click on one of those.